In this video, I will show you how to integrate Firebase cloud storage inside your Flutter app. So let's get started. So firstly, what you will have to do is, I have already created one Firebase project, but in case if you don't know, I'll just show you the technique as well. So you will have to first go to console.firebase.google.com, and here you will just have to click on add project. You can give it whatever name you feel like. I'll just give it as my app 2. Okay, give proper name, then click on continue. Here you can just disable Google Analytics and then click on create project. Now this might take little bit of time. In the meantime, just create one Flutter project. Yeah, that's it. Just create one Flutter project. Let's go back and see if this is done or not. Okay, so this is done. Then click on continue, and here you can select your app. So this is your project, sorry. Next, go to build, go to storage, and here we first have to enable storage. For that, click on get started. Now there are two options. Like, I have already made a video on how to integrate email password authentication in your Flutter app of Firebase. So the production mode states that you need to have Firebase authentication integrated in your app, but in this tutorial we are not doing that. So I will just click on start in test mode. So if I start in test mode, it gives me a timestamp till when this can be applicable. Obviously we can change the timestamp as well, which I will show you later, but it is highly recommended that if you are using cloud fire storage, make sure you have Firebase authentication integrated in your app. Or in case if you have your own authentication, then that's fine. Then in that case you can just click on start in test mode, and here you can have some future date, like extremely like in extreme future, you can have that date been set. So let's just wait. Again, this might take little bit of time as well. Okay, so this is done. Now in case if you want to change the date, you can just go to rules, and over here you can change the date to whatever you feel like here you can do 2025 and then just click on publish. Now till this date you can just use Firebase storage without any authentication, but don't you do this, like it's a big security risk. Now how to add your Flutter app to this Firebase project. So just go to project overview, then here you will have to select your Flutter icon. First you need the Firebase CLI installed inside your laptop or on your PC. So for that I have gone to this documentation, and here you can select whatever OS you have. I will select macOS, and the easiest way to add for macOS is using npm, because I already have nodejs installed. But if you want to use these other two methods, you can do that as well. And here inside npm I have just run this particular command. It might ask you for password. In case if it fails, make sure you append sudo to this and then run this command, and then it might ask you for your PC password or laptop password. Once this is installed, we already have the Flutter SDK installed because we created a Flutter project out of it. Then click on next. Then you will once you have your Flutter project created, open your terminal and cd to the Flutter project which you have created, and then run this particular command. So this will do the Flutter Fire CLI setup. Then you have to run this particular command. Now here for you the project name would be different, so use your own project name, don't use my project name. So then run this command and it will do all the setup for you. And if you see, you should see this Firebase options.dart file being created automatically for you. Then click on next. Don't do this. Before this, again, inside your terminal, firstly you will have to run this particular command to add Firebase core. Once that is done, you have to run this particular command to add Firebase storage. Then I am using the image picker dependency, so that I can pick images from the Photos app and then upload it to the Firebase storage. So I have added this dependency as well. Now this might depend on whether you want to have it or not. And path provider, you don't really need it, so ignore it. This was just part of my debugging. Once all this is done, you will have to open the info.plist which is present inside iOS. And now it depends on you. I am just accessing the photos library, that's why I have given this permission. In case if you are also accessing camera, you will have to give that particular permission as well. Then you have so there is one small issue, like the iOS version of Flutter is not updated for a very long time, so you will have to open the XE workspace, go to your finder, open the XE workspace which is runner.exe workspace which is present inside the iOS folder, and here you can just go to general, and here you can just update the minimum deployment target, because the Firebase core version has been updated to I think iOS 12 or iOS 13, but I think iOS 14 is fine. And also over here you have to update the deployment target to iOS 14. Then inside your terminal you will have to cd to this iOS directory and then run pod install. This might take little bit of time, so be patient. Then inside your main .dart, here you have to add this bit of code, widget flutter binding dot ensure initialized, as well as initialize your Firebase app. So just refactor your main method. Okay, then again we'll just click on continue to console. So I already have this app been created, so I'll just use this particular app, sorry, my app. You can continue using the Firebase project which you have created. So firstly I'll show you the code. So here, as you can see, we have this home page widget. I have just refactored it, so it is a stateful widget. Firstly we are getting hold of our Firebase storage reference. Then here I have initialized the image picker to pick image, and this image URL variable is for once we upload an image, and suppose if we want to get the image URL of the image which has been uploaded to Firebase storage, so for this we have this particular variable. So here firstly I have created first text button. So this first text button will only upload image to Firebase storage, it won't retrieve it back. So as you can see, I'm opening image picker. So gallery, if you want to change the image quality you can do that, and if file is not equal to null, because this is in a format of X file, we have to convert it to proper file format. So I get the file path, convert it to proper file, and then just upload it to Firebase storage. Okay, then the second button is to upload as well as get. So as you can see, we are doing again picking an image, uploading it to the Firebase storage. Here you can see the images folder, it will create an images folder. Inside that it will store all my images. Same I did it over here as well. Then once it has been uploaded, we get the download URL, and I just upload our image URL variable. And if I scroll down, here I am just checking if image URL is not equal to null, then use image.network, otherwise just display one size box. Similarly for the third button, suppose I have the image name with me. So here suppose this is one random image name. I might change it later depending on what exactly is the image name. This was just part of my debugging, that's why I know the image name beforehand, but typically you might get the image name from your server or from some JSON file, something like that. Suppose you have the image name, and then if you want to display it, you can just use the get download URL. Again, this particular image, this is my image name, and here it is stored inside the images folder. And fourth one is to just delete the image. So again, this is the image name, and you can just do .delete. Okay, so let's see the final output. Before you run, make sure you don't use the iOS simulator. Make sure you use a real device, both for Android and iOS. Like I faced lot of issues on iOS simulator. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it definitely works on a real iOS as well as Android device. So I'll just show you the output. So I'll just go to Firebase storage quickly. So here is storage. As you can see, there are no files yet. I'll just click on first just upload button, and I'll select this image. Okay, I should have added some kind of a helpful message saying that the image has been uploaded or not, but anyways, you can do that. You can just add one try catch, and inside that you can just check whether image has been uploaded or not. Here you can see images folder has been created, and this is the name of the image. So I already know the name of the image, because again, as a part of before making this tutorial I was practicing it. So I exactly know the image name, that's why I have entered it over here as well as over here for downloading as well as for deleting. Okay, so in your case you may or may not know the image name before, and you do get the image metadata. So if you see over here, you do get the image metadata. So in case if you want to store that image metadata, you can do that. Okay, the next thing is upload and get. So I'll just select upload and I'll select this second image which I have, and hopefully it should upload it to Firebase storage, and we should be able to display it inside our image.network widget. So as you can see, it has shown. Now I will click on download, so it should show the first image which I uploaded. So hopefully anytime now. Okay, is there some issue? I'm not sure, maybe the image name might have been changed. So I'll just refresh it just to check. Yeah, the image seems fine. Let me just quickly check if the image name has been changed or not. Scaled. Okay, the image name has been changed. It is 30801. Okay, and this should also be changed, 30801. So again, I'll quickly rerun my app just so that I can show it to you that it's running fine. In the meantime, I'll just remove this device explorer. If you want, you can run it via Flutter run as well, just because I'm running it on a real Android device. Of course, if I had run it via Flutter run, I could have used hot restart and hot reload, but yeah, I think this is fine. This is small tutorial any which ways. So hopefully, so here as you can see, I'll now click on the download button, and here you can see the image has been displayed. Now if I click on the delete button, the image should be deleted from Firebase storage. Obviously I'm not updating my image.network widget, that's why it is still showing the image. But if I just quickly refresh, as you can see, the I only have this image, but the other image was deleted. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.